Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Now, in case you don't know, we are also live over on the socials, on Facebook and YouTube. I'm looking in the camera right now, pointing at you. Yeah, the reason why I wanted to make sure you on the radio knew we were live on the socials is because what we're about to talk about is so important. We've got to get a trailer filled with stuff that these people who've been devastated by the hurricane can really take advantage of, get them back on their feet, and that's the reason why I wanted to let you know we're over on the socials. So, now, I think maybe I just need to go ahead and bring in our guest. Yeah, he is the student pastor from Guntersville Connect Church. Always a blast to bring people from the community into the studio, and we find out what's going on. Now, we're going to learn a little bit about our guest, as well as learn a little bit about how we can take those prayers that we've been offering up lately and put some action with them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in our guest. And here he is on the screen. We got a 2-screen up. Good morning to you, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. I can't complain. So we've got here an opportunity. Because so many people say that, I'll be praying about the situation, but I mean, praying is awesome. Don't get me wrong. But when you have the opportunity to put, some legs to it, to actually do some things to back up that prayer, it means a lot. So tell us all a little bit about what you've been up to there at Connect Church and what is going on right now.
Yeah, so obviously we know about the Hurricane Helene and everything that went on, and especially in West North Carolina, but all throughout Florida, the Southeast Georgia, South Carolina, and then into West North Carolina. And so I just have just a heart to help those people, just seeing everything that's going on and all the devastation, and seeing some friends of the ministry in the ministry up there serving and being boots on the ground, and just what can I do is the question. What can I do as a follower of Christ? What can I do as a pastor to help our community and our congregation to get involved? And so we decided just the other day just to start a disaster relief collection. I know there's been a few smaller pockets of people in Marshall County kind of doing this thing, but I'd like to give this an opportunity in our own community to fill a 53-foot trailer. We had a church member, Mike McCormick. So if you see him, tell him thank you. He donated a 53-foot trailer, and we need to fill this thing so that we can get these necessary supplies up to Western North Carolina this Saturday.
Okay, this Saturday. We're talking about a huge trailer, a great opportunity here to help a whole lot of people out. Now, you went ahead and sent me over a graphic that had all the information about the things that you're looking for. So I've got it up on the screen right now, and it's telling all about where to donate this to. The collection times are there as well. But for those of you listening on the radio who need to know, you're not looking at a graphic because you're listening here, just audio-wise. Collection times are 9 to 4, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. 9 to 7 on Wednesday, and 9 to 12 on Friday. And we're talking about supplies that are really needed right now. I mean, just clean drinking water. That is a necessity that they're in short supply of. Non-perishable food items, baby formula, baby food, chewable Benadryl, diapers for adults and children, disaster buckets, and we're going to get some details on those disaster buckets coming up. But, for those of you saying, hey, I've never heard that voice before. Who is this guy you're talking to? Kevin Daniel. So you've been here now for just a few months, right?
That's correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
So now you're the student pastor here in Guntersville. So you take care of kids from 6th to 12th grade, right?
That's correct.
Nice. Now, you've got some a lot of stuff going on right here in the community as well, because not only are you doing this at church, you're also subbing at some local schools. Your wife is a teacher. Y'all are here kind of getting acclimated to everything, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what has been your takeaway so far? What do you think about our area?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I got a lot of great people. It's a very big area.
Yeah.
I got a lot of things going on, and so my head's spinning a little bit trying to meet new people and see what's in the community, but it's been an awesome time. We have thoroughly enjoyed our time here.
Yeah. Well, I think it's great that you are just starting us off with, hey, we've got a need. Let's be the hands and feet of Jesus. Let's fill this thing.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, so it's a lot of people can really get behind this. I know last week we were talking a little bit about the CDJR down in Albertville, that dealership. They had a trailer they were taking up, and they took it yesterday morning, and a lot of people showed up. They turned out, they brought in all the stuff. And so with this trailer, I think maybe we can get this thing filled this week. What do you think?
I think so. I think the people need a challenge, and I think they'll rise up to it.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about being the hands and feet of Jesus. As you've seen the people serving up in the area where they're really feeling the devastation, what kind of takeaway have you gotten from that?
You know, it's just when you give yourself to the ministry, when you give yourself, give God your time, your talent, and your treasure, is what we like to say. You know, you get a benefit from that's not physical. It's a spiritual benefit. But not only are you helping them physically, you're helping those guys spiritually. They need a lot of hope right now in a hopeless time, and you have that hope within you with the gospel message. And so it just gives you an opportunity to meet tangible needs like Jesus would before he would give them a spiritual need. And so I think this is a great opportunity for those that are boots on the ground up there to do such that very thing. And so here in Marshall County, we can do that from afar. And I would also suggest, you know, maybe if you can't do any of these things and you want to give, you can just give to our church, and we can go get these items to fill this trailer. And not only that, you know, if you want to throw some notes in there for these volunteers, they need some help as well, just some morale boost and prayers, as well as the people that were affected, because they're serving several hours a day. And they're very tired, and so they need help as you know, boots on the ground up there as well. So even if you're not necessarily a part of our disaster relief collection, go find a way to serve in another way.
I got you. All right, so let's talk a little bit about these disaster buckets, because they're filled with all kinds of good stuff. Can you give us a rundown on what exactly goes into that, how much it is to purchase one of those, to donate?
Yeah, so the EMA director here in Marshall County, he gave us this idea and sent us a bucket, and then I was able to pull it up. You can find this on the United Methodist Church Global Ministries website, and I believe I sent you a link as well, so we can tag that online.
We will.
And you can find it on our Facebook page at Connect Church at the Gunnersville location. So basically, you can go and purchase all these items yourself at Lowe's or any hardware store. Go get a 5-gallon bucket with a round lid that can be tightly secured. No screw lids, just the ones that pop on and off. And then it has things like liquid laundry detergent and bottled concentrate house cleaner, air freshener, insect repellent, scrub brush, 18 reusable cleaning wipes, just different cleaning things. The 5 N95 respirator mask for when there's a lot of dust and debris in the air. Different types of gloves, 2 pair of kitchen gloves, work gloves, all kinds of stuff. Because outside of getting the needs, they're going to need to really prepare their home and start mudding out homes and things like that, and cleaning what is still remaining, if anything. And so this just gives them an opportunity to start that process. And you can find this, like I said, on our Facebook page. We'll put it in other areas as well. And then if you come to our church, we have these printed out if you would like to get one. The value is somewhere around $75 to $100 per kit. So if you were to go and make one, you can do that. I'm sure there's a way to purchase these. I'm not so sure as to where necessarily, but you can make these and just go to your local hardware store and grab those. You can drop those off at the church, and we'll throw them on the truck.
I know you've spent a little time at Lowe's here lately, haven't you?
Absolutely. Got some boxes yesterday afternoon after church, and got some ladders to get in the back of the truck. So we've got it all going on.
Nice. All right. So as you guys kind of connect with the people up there, how's distribution working?
Yeah, so we're in touch with a church in Hendersonville that is going to let us know exactly where we're taking this. It's a very fluid situation.
Right.
They've become a distribution hub in their community, and so they may or may not have storage for our particular truck, but we'll know as the week goes on, as other needs are being met and distributed within their community. It's been kind of a slow go up there because they don't have access to a lot of these much needed cutoff places right now. So we will be in touch with them, and by the weekend we'll know exactly where we're taking this truck. We just know it's going to be in the Western North Carolina, Hendersonville region. And so, like I said, just pray for those people, and hopefully we can get these supplies to where they're needed most.
Yeah. Well, this is a great thing you guys are doing. I'm going to throw that information back up on the screen real quick, telling you what all kinds of items they're looking for here, as well as those disaster buckets. I'll put the link on our socials to make sure that you can see exactly what all goes into those buckets. But this is just a great way, like we said, to really put some action with those prayers, because it's one thing to say, hey, I'll be praying for them. It's another thing entirely to say, hey, I'll be praying for them and I'm going to give. I'm going to help. I'm going to donate. I'm going to do more than just pray. I'm going to see what I can do to make a difference in the situation. Let me tell you something. There is something empowering about being the hands and feet of Jesus. It's a humbling thing to know that you're a part of helping somebody else get back on their feet. If you've ever done anything similar to this before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It might not be disaster relief. It might be just helping somebody out with a tank of gas. It might be, giving somebody some groceries. Being a part of something like that, it does you so good just to know that you're being a part of the solution here in this world, as we are called to be the hands and feet of Jesus. So, man, I've so appreciated you coming in, carving some time out of your day, talking with us about this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity. We hope that the community responds well. I think they will. And this is not just for Guntersville. If you live in any of the surrounding communities, Arab, Albertville, wherever, Boaz, you come on down to the church. We're right behind Foodland and right there at top of the river. So if you want to come to 4525 Wythe Drive, that is where we're at, just across the street from the high school.
Yeah, so you can go make your donation, go grab a bite to eat over at top of the river. It's delicious food. So, hey, you just be able to really do some good right here in our community, reaching out to others. So, hey, if you would share this post with as many people as possible over on the socials, those of you listening right now on the podcast, if you would share the link to this episode with as many people as you can, especially those in our area, so that they can help donate to the cause and get these people the much needed items that are going to help them get back on their feet. I've been watching this coverage. News has been all over it. And you're right. These roads, these bridges, they're washed out, they're broken, there are holes, they can't get through. So a lot of this stuff is taken in by helicopter.
That's right.
Yeah. So, all right, then. Well, thank you so much for being here with us. And we'll be touching base throughout the week, kind of seeing where we're at. Are we halfway full? Are we 3/4 of the way full? So we'll keep everybody updated, okay?
All right. Thank you so much, Stephen.
You're very welcome. All right, let's get back to the music. How about some Rachel Lampa and High Hopes right here on the Lifeline Morning Show on your 88.